Hey everyone, Andy Sykes here, and we're at our second bike of Bespoked 2023. It is, what's the name of this bike?
The Activist.
The Activist. And the person who designed and built this bike is Tom Dawley, yeah?
Yes, that's me.
Yeah? So Tom has created what I think is probably one of the most beautiful bikes I've seen so far. The colour is amazing. It's got an idler on it, and it's got a coil shock. So it ticks all the boxes. Apparently, Hannah from Single Track is going to give this the #1 bike of the show, I've heard.
That's right, yeah, that's it.
I think we just need to like give her a $5 or something. All right, so tell us a little bit about this bike. So first of all, why did you create this bike? What's so special about it?
Well, I created it for myself. That's why I started building frames in the first place. Okay. So I wanted a bike that could do the things that the hardtails struggle with, which is obviously bike park, downhill, gnarly terrain, where you just get tired out on a hardtail.
Yeah.
So this is my bike.
And it looks the park. So if you look at it, it does look like a proper bike park bike. How much travel does it have?
This one's got 185mm travel, 190mm fork on the front.
Yeah, so it's a big old bike, and it's mullet as well. You've got a 29-inch wheel on the front, 27.5 on the rear. Hunt trail wide wheels. What do you think?
Super nice.
Super nice trail wide wheels on this bike park bike. And we've also got another cool handmade bike behind us too. Don't know if you can see it. We'll do some close-ups in a minute. But that's one of those hardtails that you created, yeah? And again, created for you.
Yeah, that's why I started building frames. I thought I could do a better job, so I had a go, and it went well. So here we are.
Yeah. So your hardtail, it's like when you see the pictures of it, it looks quite long, it looks quite slack, but actually the numbers are quite on par with other brands, aren't they, really?
Yeah, I don't really go for the super duper long. There's quite a bit of agility blended in with reasonable reach, yeah.
So the bike we're going to look at in a second is 470mm reach, right, and around a 64-degree head angle, 150mm travel fork, but designed around a 140.
That's right, yes, yeah.
And what wheel size is that?
That one's a full 29er.
Full 29er with carbon AMC, steel and carbon. It's an interesting mix.
Yeah, I really like it though. The bike's nice and light and gets going quickly. Yeah, cool.
So just going back to one of the things that you mentioned, you said that you wanted to build bikes because you wanted to do things like kind of your way, a little bit different.
A little bit different.
So what do you think? So if someone comes to you and says, hey, I want a bike, what's different about your bikes to someone else's bikes? What is that special ingredient you're giving them?
I guess it's we do custom geometry, but there's some of the bits that I've set myself to create the character that I think works really great for a hardtail. So the bottom brackets are actually a bit higher than is trendy. The rear centers are just in the middle, sort of a nice 430mm. It's a classic, it's an old standard. And then I let the customers choose the size of the thing up the front end.
Cool. So the geometry is actually like set between some parameters. Yeah. So you wouldn't have someone come along and say, okay, I want a 95-degree seat-to angle and a 45-degree head angle, because that wouldn't work anyway.
Yes, I would steer them away from that, yes. Yeah.
Oh, but I wanted to do that.
Well, I mean, we can talk, but yeah, I try to have my input alongside the customers, yeah.
So you were saying this is your first Bespoked. What do you think of it so far?
Fantastic. I'm nervous but excited. Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend.
He's only nervous because he's got one of the best looking bikes there, and everyone's going to be like crowding around it later. All right, cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Andy.
Cheers.
Cheers.